Hey, Don, I heard Greenland is looking for a king. They want a new monarch with dictatorial powers, and you get like 10 planes, I heard. I heard you could totally do that if you gave up being president and you went there and asked them. I hear they're super interested in you. I mean, if you're going to play a joke on him, right? Tell him that. Tell him there's like a secret compartment in the presidential limousine that always has hot Big Macs in it.
What? Tragedy in the Trump world. They finally lost this guy.
I think you have to consider a change at the top of the ticket when someone is acting like this. He has a nihilistic way to his personality, so the minute you say something he doesn't like, he figures that he can intimidate you like a bully. There's a pernicious evil in trying to divide the country.
Oh, so many big words. Yep, the involuntarily foul-mouthed guy who the media saw as a non-serious butthead is now finally being treated as a serious butthead because he turned on Trump. It's the strange new respect rule. The people who can't stand you will lavish you with attention once you jump ship. And the turncoat, he craves it. So now he's on CNN and MSNBC, who treat him like an oracle held together with hair gel. As he hopes that one day he'll end up on Real Housewives of Coney Island. It's so good. He's now among the other desperate oddballs. Boot, Rubin, Walsh. They roam the countryside more affected by Trump than the Trump supporters they demean, because this is less about the acceptance of Trump than it is a rejection of them. Mooch is best known for being close to power for 13 seconds. Mayflies lasted longer in the White House. And that's the motivating factor. After all, Trump's never changed. But the mooch, the limelight's fading, and that taste of stardom was so delicious. But Trump's moved on. He now wants to buy Greenland. That is awesome. And it's no surprise. He's a real estate guy. He probably wants to buy it so he can flip it. Add some granite countertops and a Sub-Zero fridge, some nice bathroom amenities. Done. It leads me to wonder, do you love cranes or trucks?
I love cranes. I love trucks of all types. Even when I was a little boy at 4 years old, my mother would say, "You love trucks." I do. I always loved trucks. I still do. Nothing changes. Sometimes, you know, you might become president, but nothing changes. I still love trucks.
Nothing changes. But what about the rain?
I said, don't worry about the rain. Do we have umbrellas? Don't worry about the rain. Umbrellas work very well.
It's so true! He speaks the truth about the umbrella. And what do we send them? Wheat?
We send them wheat. Wheat. That's not a good deal. And they don't even want our wheat. They do it because they want us to at least feel that we're okay. You know, they do it to make us feel good.
Oh, my goodness. And all of a sudden, it stops the wind.
All of a sudden, it stops. The wind and the televisions go off. And your wives and husbands say, "Darling, I want to watch Donald Trump on television tonight. But the wind stopped blowing and I can't watch. There's no electricity in the house, darling."
Remember when the city used to build little pieces?
The city used to build little pieces, a little piece here, a little piece there, a little piece here, a little piece there. A few years later, a little piece here.
And what about your campaign manager? I hear he's really tall.
He's now our campaign manager, and he's one of the tallest human beings I've ever seen. It's nice when you don't have to look for anybody. You just look over and you see a guy who's twice as tall as everyone.
But whether you love him or hate him, you got to vote for him.
Whether you love me or hate me, you gotta vote for me.
So, what is the Democrats' strategy? To be boring. Thursday's Washington Post claims what people want is the opposite of Trump. Someone not so exhausting who doesn't force you to think constantly about politics. Now, I get it. Promising serenity is persuasive. Going from Trump to, say, Biden, it's like putting on that comfy sweater after a weekend of wearing nothing but leather chaps. I know that feeling. But it's BS. Remember, these are the same people who made politics personal and failed at it. So now they're tired of politics interfering with their gloomy personal lives. Screw you. Now you know how we've felt since the 1960s. The left's been injecting politics into everything. Sports, movies, bedrooms. Everywhere we go, we're being lectured about how we're complicit in evil. Use a straw, you hate sea turtles. Play catch with your kid, you reinforce gender stereotypes. Work out at Equinox, you're obviously Satan! So this Trump is so exhausting is just BS, based on the fact that the BSers finally now have real opposition. It's like when they talk of polarization. That's code for, remember the good old days when there was just one side? Yep, polarization requires an adversary, and before Trump, Republicans didn't have one that could meet the ugliness coming from that other side. Before Trump, libs could crap on you day and night. Now the Republicans got a crap cannon. And it ain't never gonna stop shooting crap at them. Of course, now they pretend to want normalcy as they intensify their own campaign of demonization. They keep widening the target. It's not Trump who's the problem. It's also the people around him and his family and the people who voted for him and people who didn't vote for him but support him and people who watch him on TV and people who don't foam at the mouth when he's mentioned and the people who aren't actively resisting him. It's a combination trade and race war. The left now punishes half the population by targeting, smearing, doxing any businesses that might employ anyone who would support Trump. One wonders how far this could go.
What you eating?
Macadamia nuts. You want some?
No, okay? Macadamia nuts are grown in Hawaii. You know what else is in Hawaii? A Trump International Hotel. Hawaii directly benefits from that hotel. So no, I will not be having any of your macadamia nuts.
Is that a Flyers shirt?
Yeah, favorite team.
Wow.
What?
Just wow.
What?
Flyers in Philadelphia. It's in Pennsylvania, a state Trump won in 2016. Nice endorsement of white supremacy.
Okay, well, what's that, huh? This? Yeah.
You mean my Captain America action figure?
Oh, you mean Marvel's Captain America action figure? The same Marvel whose CEO, Isaac Perlmutter, gave money to Donald Trump this year.
What's that, a bandana? Nice bandana, man. Just like the one worn by Bret Michaels in Celebrity Apprentice, hosted by Donald Trump.
Okay, well, what about your shoes, huh? Aren't those the same shoes that were on 49th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue where Saturday Night Live is filmed? The same SNL that gave Donald Trump a platform by letting him host the show twice.
What about your 5-year-old's drawings? Look at them. They obviously use Crayola crayons. Crayola crayons owned by Hallmark, which owns Hallmark Channel, which aired a film called Broadcasting Christmas starring known Trump supporter Dean Cain.
How dare you?
Is that a kilt? You know Trump's mother is Scottish.
Fine.
Steve, are we not doing Kilt Thursday?
Yeah. Thanks, Trump.
Tonight's guest, he's so sharp, children are not allowed to run with him. Author, political commentator, and host of The Mark Steyn Show, Mark Steyn. Even his epitaph will make you laugh. Comedian Joe Mackey. She's funny and smart and a little bit tart. Host of Sincerely Cat on Fox Nation, Cat Tip. If you follow in his footsteps, you may need a ladder to get out. My massive sidekick, host of Nuff Said on Fox Nation, Tyrus. We covered a lot here, Mark. Feel free to comment on anything. What Scaramucci, Greenland, the new trade war against Americans by Americans? Anything?
I got to go back to that pre-credits thing. I'd never seen Rachel Maddow telling a joke before. she's got that whole Hillary bobblehead. You know, when Hillary tells a joke. Rachel Maddow's got the whole Hillary, and you begin to understand, because what was she saying? She said, oh, Trump wants to buy Greenland so he can be the king. You need to try it. This is like all the professional comics do it. That's why they're so exhausted by Trump.
Right.
And they haven't got the discipline to be boring. When they say make America boring again, as you say, for decades, they've insisted their guys are fascinating. Like Clinton, Obama, even Al Gore, they put them on the cover of Vanity Fair, Vogue, Rolling Stone. They pretend they're celebrities.
Right.
Even Beto they put on the cover of Vanity Fair. Beto, who thinks Instagramming himself having ear hair removed is interesting. And that's the point about politics, I think, is they did boring things that the media represented to us as glamorous. So, like, Beto O'Rourke's ear hair is glamorous. In a way that Bob Dole's ear hair isn't. Even though I would bet he's actually got a lot more of it. So I think they don't have the... It takes guts and courage to have the conviction of your own boringness. And they don't have the integrity to be as completely boring as they should be. I'm going to try it for the rest of the show. It's going quite well so far.
You've got a head start. All right, Joe. What are you excited about? Greenland? Are you excited about anything?
I'll tell you what, it's been a roller coaster for Greenland, because if you read what Trump actually said, he was in a meeting and someone said, Denmark is having a lot of trouble with how much they have to spend on Greenland. And someone said, you should buy it. And he said, is that even possible? What do you think? He at no point said he was going to buy Greenland. But people in Greenland were offended at the idea that America wanted to buy them. You should be so lucky.
Don't understand why there's such a consensus among Democrats that apparently what they need to beat Donald Trump is a boring candidate. If that were the case, Hillary Clinton would have won in 2016. I mean, she's boring, and it's actually impressive that she manages to be so boring. Because usually people who have been the subject of involved criminal investigations are at least a little bit exciting. She's like the most boring criminal ever. You know? Like, I have eaten rice cakes with more pizzazz, you know? So I just think that maybe they should think about that. You know, but they don't.
No, they don't. What about you, Tyrus? Last word.
I'm so... Oh, man, I ain't laughed this hard since I was a little schoolgirl. Man, in my lifetime growing up, I've witnessed and read a lot of history about racism and stuff, but this white racist stuff is awesome. We're going to buy white people. This is amazing. We're going to show up and get your little white head in the truck. Let's go. You've been bought. Like this. Wow, we've come. We got to back up. This is amazing. We're about to buy some white people. Awesome. Let's do it.
You always put a unique spin on this.
This is awesome. Old white men, nope. And buying, that's all. Greenland.
All right, I look forward to our 51st state.
I always thought those people were green.
I think I'll stop there.